right, I have a thumbs up, which means we are now Facebook Live for our first meeting in October. This is our regular meeting. We will first stand for I will call the meeting to order. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by an invocation and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alderman Sistrunk, if you would, please.
Loving God, grant us the grace, patience, and ease we need to conduct the city's business tonight and to address the challenges that come our way. Help us not to overreact, but to respond in ways that are thoughtful, mindful, and offer constructive ways forward. Grant us a calmness. Amen.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here. Our first order of business beyond our pledge and invocation is approval of the official agenda with consented items. See Alderman Carver, you're arriving here. Any changes to the agenda? All right, thank you. Alderman Rupp.
No, ma'am.
Alderman Brooks.
No, ma'am.
Alderman Beatty.
Mayor, on the request approval for sewer utility contract with MSU and the water dump, can we pull that off and just briefly discuss it off the consent agenda?
Sure. If you'd like to pull it off, it is absolutely going to come off. Hang on just a second and let me identify it first so that I can make sure that where did it
With
go?
no particular issues, I just.
Is it number one? Oh, it is. I'm
Number
sorry.
one,
It's
number two.
easily under L1, so we will remove that from the consent agenda.
Thank you.
Certainly. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Alderman Sistrunk. Vice Mayor?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Alderman Vaughn?
No, ma'am, Mayor, thank you.
All right, thank you. If not, then I could use a motion for approval with adjustment to the consented items.
So moved.
Motion from Alderman Brooks, a second from Alderman Rupp. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, and I will read the consented items. First is consideration of the minutes of the September 15th, 2023 work session of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Starkville. Second is the mayor's business. A, consideration of approving a contract extension with Narrative 12 for the upcoming fiscal year to end September 30th, 2024. Under department business, airport, we have request approval of work order change number 1 on contract B from Tabor Construction in the amount of $4,062 to remove and replace a 16 by 20 foot section of deteriorated concrete adjacent to the ongoing work on the south hangar ramp at George M. Bryan Field. Under engineering, we have consideration of approving the professional services agreement with Civil Link LLC in the amount of $54,500 for establishing a roadway maintenance improvement plan. Under human resources, 1, we have moved approval of the promotions of Matthew Davis and Joshua Wilson to the rank of lieutenant, Samantha Gillen, Princeton Henderson, Chris Jackson, Moultrie Lacey, Jeremy Lomax, and John Pearson, all to the rank of sergeant, and approval to include the retainage of candidates from the promotion process held in September 2023 for consideration to fill any additional vacant position due to retirements, terminations, or approved additions to the police department within a period of 6 months. Under human resources number 2, request authorization to hire Corey Patton and Mario Mitchell as non-certified police officers. 3 is request authorization to hire Virginia Kilburn as a water treatment operator. 4 is request authorization to hire John Raspberry as a wastewater operator 2. 5, request authorization to hire Tristan Graham, Preston Gregg, and Jordan Naiman as entry-level firefighters. 6 is consideration of the discipline recommended by Starkville Police Chief Mark Ballard as a result of a disciplinary issue for a Starkville police officer. Under information technology, number 1 is request approval of renewing a yearly professional service agreement with Garner Communication Services at a rate of $12,000 per year. 2 is request approval of the lowest quote of $6,778.82 from Dell Technologies for server software licenses required for the City Hall data center. Under utilities, we have number 2, which is request approval to advertise for request for proposals for Starkville Utilities pole inspection. 3 is request authorization to declare the 2013 Utilities Department CCTV truck, last 4 numbers of the VIN is 4377, as surplus and sell on Gov Deals. Under 4, we have request authorization to declare the 2009 Ford F-250 Utilities Department wastewater treatment plant truck, last 4 numbers of the VIN 0374, as surplus and sell on Gov Deals. 5 is request authorization to approve a low quote from Nesco for fire-resistant rain suits for the electric division in the amount of $6,325.49. 6 is request authorization of the purchase of 2 Dell servers required to upgrade Starkville Utilities' advanced metering infrastructure, AMI, system for the state contract total price of $23,824. 7, request approval of task order with 7 States Power Corporation to perform system performance and financial analysis to identify potential opportunities for demand response. 8, request authorization to declare the 1994 GMC C7H dump truck, the last 4 numbers of the VIN are 5958, as surplus and sell on Gov Deals and purchase a replacement vehicle, 2023 F550, from Allstate Ford, who provided the lowest quote of $92,806. And 9 is consideration of approval of the change order number 3 to add 10 calendar days and a price increase of $22,605 for the Main Street Water and Sewer Improvements Project with storm drain installation. And that concludes our consent agenda items.
Thank you, Mayor.
Certainly, my pleasure. So our next item up is some fun stuff, which is employee introductions, and I get to do those. So this is mayor's comments. And under this, we have 3 folks to introduce. First, we have Kenny Belvin, who's a residential driver at the Sanitation and Environmental Services Department. And you guys are everybody's coming up? There we go. All right, all 3, excellent. Kenny is originally from Meridian, Mississippi, but now resides in Columbus. He has 2 beautiful daughters, 12 and 14. He is an 82nd Airborne veteran. Thank you for your service, sir. In his spare time, Kenny enjoys hunting, fishing, and watching football. And I saw him out with helping pick up trash at the thing the other night. That's one of my times, the Cotton District Arts Festival. That's where I saw you for the first time. So welcome aboard. Happy to have you. And Nicholas Studi. Did I pronounce that right, Mr. Studi?
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you. Grounds technician with the Sanitation and Environmental Services Department. Nicholas is from Ackerman, Mississippi. He previously worked for SGK. He enjoys spending time with his family, going hiking, and riding his dirt bike in his free time. He's enjoying his time working with the city as a grounds technician, and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And certainly last but not least, Stephanie Walker, residential driver. Stephanie is from West Point, Mississippi. She previously worked for First Student as a bus driver. She has 2 beautiful children and loves to spend time with her family and her children. So we are happy to have you, and welcome to Starkville. Thank you, everyone. All right, and the next thing I get to do, and I've got put it in front of everybody. So we have Cornerstone grand opening. The invitations are in front of the board members here. So next Friday the 13th, I realize that, at 11 a.m., instead of our work session, we will be having our ribbon cutting for Cornerstone. So we're really excited about that. It is, if you haven't been out there, it's looking fabulous, and I hope everyone will join us and feel good about it finally opening up. It feels like it's been forever, but it's going to be worth the wait. It's a remarkable facility, and I'm very proud of it, and I know the board is proud of it, and I've heard good things from people who have participated in events that have been held out there thus far for our soft opening. So we look forward to that. And that is all I have. Any Board of Aldermen comments? Alderman Carver, anything?
No,
all right. Alderman Rupp?
No,
Alderman Brooks?
No, thank you.
Alderman Beatty?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Sisson?
I have a question. I need some assistance from the city clerk to get the date right, but we have a general election coming up November 6th, I believe, and 7th, and the last day to register to vote or change your address is 30 days before that. So she's looking at me like she doesn't know exactly what the date is either, but we'll go with
It's a county election, so.
October. It's a county election, so we don't typically get too involved. But I would like to remind people to register to vote if you haven't, change your address if you have moved and failed to update your address. And there's get to know the local and maybe some state candidates events at the Safe Room on Thursday evening. You'll find information on various social media sites, but a good opportunity to find out who those people are that are asking you to vote for them.
Well,
Thank
let's
you.
also be clear, while it's being held by the county, it is a statewide
absolutely
election.
is.
So it's not just county election, it's a statewide election.
And they also will be open 2 Saturdays prior to the election for
For absentee voting, that's right. And if you're 65 or older, going to be out of town that day, military, and some other exceptions, but generally at 65 or older or out of town that day, you can go ahead and vote absentee now. Please do.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Vaughn?
No, ma'am, thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. All right, with that, we will move to citizens' comments. This is an opportunity for anyone wishing to speak to the board, bring issues to the board. You have 3 minutes in which to do so, and it'll be timed by our city clerk. We don't typically have a conversation about it, but it is a one-way conversation. So, from you to us.
Good evening. My name is Adam Turner, Ward 7, to the mayor, to the police chief, to the fire chief, to sanitation. The citizens, they was strung out during the primary, but we hope that we can get it right. They need more people. They need some direction on where the Butler Lane at the university. They need more people to vote in that facility on Butler Lane, but we don't know where that is. Starkville 3, North Starkville 3 is to vote at the Presbyterian Church. It's hard to see we've been setting off the road. We need to kind of get familiar with that. Starkville, North Starkville 2 be at Mount Peter MB Church on North Jackson Street. We want to thank the police department for making our ball game safe, and as we pray for y'all every day because we never know what we're going to run into or what might pop off. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. Anyone else?
Mayor,
Mr. Taylor?
Vice Mayor,
Yes, sir.
Ward 7 Alderman Vaughn. My name is Chris Taylor, and I have 3 things. The last day for you to register to vote in this election will be Friday, the 6th, because the 7th is on the Saturday, and nothing's open on the Saturday. So you got to be
Thank
registered
you.
by Friday.
Thank you.
Now, what happened talking about was the Needmore Center. Well, they moved it out on campus, but it's really not on campus. It's right by the vet school, take a right. And I got on them about that. That was the county responsibility, and they're going to mark it better. Because what happened was people confused. They're trying to find it on campus. Now, what I'm here for is I'm a member of the Unity Park Committee, staff of Unity Park / Tippah County, and Military Affairs Committee for Tippah County. And we're very concerned about Brush Harbor Cemetery, which is the colored cemetery up there next to the white cemetery on University Drive across from Little Dewey's. They need a fence. We need a fence bad. We had a briefing up there Saturday, and I'll be done if every time you go up there, you'll see dogs, people walking their dogs through there, just doing everything over these graves. And we got war vets out there. Not just people, but war vets. We got Medal of Honor one out there, a black Medal of Honor one that fought for the Confederate soldiers. So, we need a fence. Did they talk to the city about putting a fence up there, Mayor?
No, sir.
Okay, well, they should be talking to the city about putting a fence around it. Because if you haven't seen it, just go up there. You'll see people walking the dogs. And the last but not least is, I think a couple of years ago, you did a briefing on 182. And I still don't see no work being done on 182. I live on that side of town. Seems like we're working on every side of town except 182. And that's an eyesore of our building. Any update on that? On the corner of 182 and MLK.
We'll do a briefing.
Okay. But, you know, that's an eyesore, people. And this is the city we're talking about, city of Starkville. And I love it. My heart is here. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. All right, anyone else?
Hello, I'm Jariah Lowe,
And I'm Jorian Lowe.
and we're part of the Starkville Mayor Youth Council. I currently serve as vice mayor. We were just here just to thank y'all for supporting us in all of our events and everything we do. And we wanted to just tell y'all that this year we have 18 new members, a part of Starkville Mayor Youth Council, and we would just like to let y'all know and thank y'all for everything you do.
Thank you so much. All right, anyone else? Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll close it for citizens' comments, and we will go to the item, well, no, we won't, we'll go to claims docket. I need a motion for approval of the claims docket.
So moved.
I have a motion from Alderman Rupp. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Brooks. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
All right, motion carries 5-2, and then we will go to the one item that remains that was removed from the consent agenda, and that is a request approval of the sewer utility contract with Mississippi State University and the walk development. Alderman Beatty.
Mayor, I see that Mr. Kemp is not.
He is not, he is out of town.
Brief us on the contractual agreement, because we got in our packet Friday, we got a motion, kind of a suggested motion on everything, and I assume it's probably standard in the way we do things, that we operate when there's a development out on the edge of town that MSU agrees with to take their influence, and of course, everything that comes to MSU, we take, and do we, council, y'all both can weigh in on this, is the language, contractual language on this agreement standard where it's a prorated amount, if it MSU's prorated amount goes up as a percent or a prorated of our total?
It's our agreement with MSU.
We
It
do,
is
but
standard
they pay
piece
for
with
whatever.
MSU, yes.
It doesn't cap out at any percentage or anything like that, that's whatever.
No.
The second thing would be on maintenance, on equipment stuff. I mean, if this, I don't know what the load on the sewage would be. I don't know how big this thing is. Is this going to be Blackjack Road, or where is this?
It's on Blackjack Road. It's out adjacent to campus. It's that development that's off Wingo Way, that new one that's off of Wingo Way. And it was a development that was somewhat of a surprise to not only us, but MSU as well, in how they structured that. But MSU is taking that and it's passing obviously on to us because of our agreement with them.
I assume that utility director and engineers and stuff have run the analysis on this thing, and we've got capacity to take this thing, the sewage influence.
Yes.
Right.
We have a number in that agreement that reflects a certain number that you got in front of you. Yeah, 1,350,000 gallons per month. And so that was a
That's
deliberate
what
cap
estimated
based on the numbers that an average two-bedroom apartment, the number of apartments that they've got.
Yeah, we got plenty of capacity to handle it.
We have capacity to handle that.
The other thing is are any developments out there sending directly to us, or does everything go through MSU?
Out there, everything
there's-
goes through MSU as far as I know. Anything, Sabrina,
Sabrina,
please.
So this system wouldn't be any different than any of the other wastewater that we treat. It would go through the same process. We've done the same analysis for the other studies that have been done in the past as far as capacity
That
and flow
wasn't
and
his
stuff like
question.
that.
His question was, is there anything else that goes direct to us from out there? And I think the answer is no, it all passes through MSU.
That's right. That's correct.
MSU is our only is the only paying customer we have other than the city of Starkville customer, right?
That's correct. It flows through MSU, so we don't take it on directly. That's
And
correct.
We're getting East Octavia wastewater, so that goes to MSU and then comes to us, correct?
For East Mississippi, yes.
At this point in time, yes. I think they're making efforts to do other things, but at this point in time, correct.
Mayor, I have no further questions. As long as we feel safe in the amount of sewage we're going to take and be able to, the capacity to be able to treat adequately, wouldn't affect our ability for our in-city treatment or anything like that. And if y'all are satisfied with that, and comfortable with the amounts and limits and things like that.
We are looking at it on the regular because we have a number of developments that are trying to come in and use our sewer capacity outside the city, and so it is a constant source of analysis for us on the west side of town, as well as the south side of town, as well as to the east. So
Our engineering team looks at it very regularly, like the mayor said, and has formulas and looks at the capacity, and they feel comfortable with us taking this on. the contract is more of a formality for us.
Very good.
Alderman Brooks, did I see your hand?
You did. I just was a little bit confused. I thought some of those very first developments that went out there actually ran their own lines all the way to us, high-pressure lines right down the side.
Water lines, they did. I don't know, I don't think sewer
They ran
lines.
sewer, too.
Yeah, we definitely do have direct water connection at Loxley Way for some of those, but I don't think we have sewer connection.
Okay, that's fine.
Water times, yes.
Mayor, just on the thing, I know the development is advantageous to MSU because the houses, students, go to MSU and stuff. I'm certain, and I know even at the rate we charge to take treat sewer, it's a bargain for these developments to send that sewer to us and us treat it versus them putting it of their own site.
They can't do that any longer. MDEQ doesn't let anybody do that any longer, so they don't have an option.
They'll have an option.
No. It
So
either
either
doesn't
we
get
take it,
developed,
we take it, doesn't get built, right?
pretty much, yeah. I think the very last development that MDEQ approved was a number of months ago, and it was to the west. It was one of those that was approved to the west, so.
West of town.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right, anyone else? All right, do I entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion.
All right, Alderman Beatty, I have a motion from Alderman Beatty. Do I have a second? Second from Alderman Vaughn. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. And that takes us to the end of our agenda. And since there will be no work session next time, I don't have a reading to do, so do I have a motion to recess? I have a motion to recess from Alderman Vaughn, a second from Alderman Brooks. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We are in recess. Thank you, everyone.